Hello students. So now we'll discuss about few things. For example, when we play the game, see everything's working and we added some audio and many things. But look at the missiles we have there. We have few missiles which maybe I can just go to my China 2020, and we have physical game design and game assets. We have few missiles there. So what if I would like to add a few more missiles? So I'd like to open this in my Photoshop. Okay, hope you guys have this rocket asset that we have already shared with you. And also I go to my Unity here, and there you can see inside your prefabs, nope, scenes, prefabs, let's click the assets. You see there's a missile here. I can just right click and I can go to my show in Explorer. Now there it will show this, open this in your Explorer window. Then here is a missile PNG file. I would like to right click that and open this PNG file also in Photoshop. So maybe, yeah, you guys could see now it will open. So it's taking some time for the load. So this is the missile PNG file that we have used here. So we are going to use the same file again for making this. Now look at that. So these are the assets we have. So this is the image we already have here in Photoshop. So this is the missile. I just drag and drop it there in the next window of my Photoshop. So yeah, so my system would know this exact size I want. So here I just go and I would like to so this one here is a blue one. I think I used this one. Then when it comes to the second one, I think I prefer I'd like to go with maybe this one. So I can just double click. Great. I go here, hit this control and this. Great. I just come over here. I press M and maybe I press C, select this. You guys understand why I was doing that. Then I just press W to select this outer side things. Now I delete. Great. I press V, select, and I drag and drop it here. So now I press Control T, then I just drag it down to the size I want, maybe like this. Okay, maybe I could do it here like this. Yeah. So here is my missile. So this one is my missile 2. Look at that. Maybe I can move it a little up. So here is my missile 2 there. So let me save this as my file and save as, and I would like to save this in my assets folder. It's missile, and I would, instead of that, I would like to name it as my PNG file again. So PNG, and here I'm saving this file as missile 1. Okay, now you can see that in your things. Yeah, here is your missile 1. So just like that, you are a missile 1 there. And similarly, I would like to go with another one, maybe a missile 2. I just undo this, Control Z, Control Shift Z. Then maybe I go with here, just like this, V, then I drop it here, Control T, then I just scroll it down. So I think this would work. Okay, so then I press W, I just select and delete the other objects. So this will be my missile 3. Let me save it as maybe just and PNG, and here it is missile, just name it as missile 2. So great, now we have assets there, which is missile 1, missile 2, and missile 3. So it's missile 1 and missile 2, the 2 assets. So look at that now. We have things here exactly like sprite 2D, and similarly I would like to make a sprite 2D UI. Look at that, sprite 2D UI, same, everything is same. So I just select my missile 1 and drop it here. Now it is now this will be called as your asset. Then again I just drag and drop my missile 1 here. Okay, now I drag and drop my prefab. Inside the prefab I already have a missile. I just drag and drop here. Why? Now you guys could see that this is the original missile. Here I have rigid body 2D, then I have a box collider, then I have a missile script. So rigid body 2D, box collider, missile script, and the tag is missile. Okay, so similarly I want to add for these things also. So let me select this missile 1. So I would like to add rigid body 2D. Okay, then I would like to make this gravity scale to 0. Then I would like to add a box collider 2D. Okay, it is done. And when if you look there, rigid body 2D of this my missile is trigger on. No. So similarly everything is all the same. One more thing is I would like to add a missile script. So I go to my script sections. There I have my missile script. I just drag and drop it in here. So missile, drag and drop it here. So let me just add it. Sprite render, rigid body. Yeah, I think I should just drag and drop it again. Missile script. Yeah, here's my missile script. So I added this one. Now everything is quite fine. Now similarly I would like to select my missile 2. I add this missile script there also, and I would like to add box collider 2D, and I would like to add a rigid body 2D, and in that I would like to remove my gravity to 0. Okay, so this is missile 1 and missile 2, both are same, just like the usual things. So this is my default prefab. So what will happen after I put this missile 1 and 2 there? So let's go to your scene there. So now you guys could see this is my missile 1 and this is my missile 2. So when you just play, you could see now, yeah, they just flow, they just move like the other missile. Great. Now inside this missile 1, I would like to tag this into missile, and in the missile 2 also I tag this into missile. So now everything would work perfectly. Now if you see that, you could check. Once it hits the boundary, it will be gone. Yeah, they're gone now, which means they're working fine. There's nothing wrong in this. So let me save this project, and yeah. And the next thing what I would like to do is I want to create some prefabs over that. Let's go to prefab, select my missile 1, drag and drop here. So here is missile 1 and this is my missile 2. Okay, right, so that's it. Now I delete all these 3 there from the scene. Right, so now we have so yeah, now we have all these 3 things. Okay, great. So now all these 3 things, like let me just play. Yeah, I'm sorry, this is a save manager. I should delete that. Now when you play, nothing would happen because we just created just 3 assets and we have placed them inside. Now what you're going to do with that asset? Let's go to game manager. So inside the game manager, if you remember the script of our game manager, that you're going to notice that there is missile, right? Yeah, there is a missile there, public transform missile. So it can be transform or it can be a game object, anything would be fine. So so here what I would do is I would like to just cut this one, maybe delete. Why did I do that? So here I can retype that. So public, so game object missile equals new game object of 3, which means I just created an array. Which means this missile now has 3 objects. So if you don't know how does it work, you can just go to your Unity documentation and you can type and wait for array. So which means that the game object will be having 2 to 3 values or 10 values. Look at this. Now array is something where you can store the data of same type. Now look at that. This is an array where these values have 10 values. Value of 0 equal to my name, value of 1 equal to your name, value of 2 equal to your friend's name. You can similarly you can just drag and put 10 names inside. So that's how an array works. So that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here with the array. So let's talk about that. So similarly, we are going to create 3 arrays. Look at that. We're going to create 3 arrays there. So after I done with my script, missiles game object 3, let me see, do I get any errors there? It says cannot convert Unity game object to Unity engine object. Great. I think instead of this game object, maybe I can just type transform new transform. Yeah, great. And let's see what happens there. We're getting errors now because I changed all the game objects into transform objects. So I think I just saved it also. Because still there's an error. Okay, look at that now. Now it says that you have created missile, which is an array which can store 3 values. Okay, that's what here. So now the missile game name can store 3 transform values. So whereas here we are calling only just one instantiate missile. So here I have to just give inside. Okay, if I give missile 0, okay, if I give missile 0, then only the missile 0 will be called. Now what is this 0? We don't understand anything. Yeah, we know that. So the script is saved. I just save the script. I'm just calling only missile 0 now. So let's see what happens. So let's select your game manager. Now in this game manager you can see missile, expand it. Now you could see there are as we mentioned, there are 3 things we can store. So press 3 and enter. Now there are 3 missiles we can store. I go to my project and inside my prefab there are 3. Just drag and drop my missile, then missile 1, then missile 2. So by default, which missile will be called is missile 0 will be called by default. Missile 0 is this one, element 0. That's missile 0. So let me just save this one. So whichever element you put a drag and drop in this section of 0, that will be used. Now look at that. Yeah, missile 0 is called. Great. You see that? Now let me just go there and change this into, I don't want missile 0. I want missile 1 to happen. Okay. Because we have 3 missiles, we can use any of these 3 missiles, which is 0, 1 and 2. Remember that it's not 1, 2, 3, it's 0, 1 and 2. Look at that. Now your missile is changed. Yeah, game is done. So similarly, I can go here and I can just give any value here. So instead of that, if I give missile 2, so now what will happen is, now it will get this 0 first and second. Now we get the 3rd missile which we have created recently. You see that? Yeah, it's a missile 3. So there are 3 missiles that we can do. Okay, now so this is why we need 3 missiles, and when you select your game manager, you can see all 3 missiles there. So similarly, you can increase your array here, and you can have n number of missiles. But the problem is, it's not only about calling one game object from the array. We have another things to worry about. For example, here we are calling only one object, right? Either 0 or 1 or 2, or I can let the system to randomly pick any one out of the three missiles. So random dot range, oh, random dot range, and what is that between the values? I need to pick from 0, 2, which means the system will pick any values from 0 till 2. That's what random.range will do. We have already done that random.range here in the vector position. Hope you guys remember how does it work. Similarly here. Now the system will randomly pick any one missile out of these two, and it will create that whenever a new missile is about to launch by the computer. Now look at that. Now the system will calculate, and the system will execute any one game object. See, now it is 0, 0. Yeah, now it's game object 1. Game object 1 again. Yep. Okay. I think it's not working with that. So let me change from 1 to 3. So any of these three objects. Okay, 3 is playing, 2 is playing. Yeah, but now when you see that there is 1 is not playing there. So what I can do is I can just go to 0 till 3. So I can just give it as instead of range 1,3, I can just type 0,3. So now you guys can see now all the three missiles will be called. Out of them, any one will be picked. Here comes. Okay, missile 1 is going. Missile 2 is, yeah, missile 2 is going. And where is missile 3? Yeah, missile 3 is there. So now all the missiles are moving there. Whenever they hit the boundary, they get the menu. But when my health reduces, I get this on. So hope you guys understood now how does it work. Yeah, this is the way we can you can create some random objects. For example, instead of this one cloud, if you want many clouds to be there in your game, then what you can do is I can suggest you guys to create an array and also build some 5 to 10 different kinds of clouds, and those clouds you can add them here as an array. So do not forget that even though you created this array in your script, you should come in your inspector window and you should expand your variable and give the number of game objects you want under this array. Okay, so hope you guys understood. Then again we discuss about few other things in the next class of ours. Thank you guys.